Hey guys, and welcome to the weekly vendor reset for the Division 2. This is going to be for February 11th, 2020. Let's get it started. We got an MPX submachine gun with fast hands, jazz hands, and greased. We got a military G36 with Optimist, Allegro, stop, drop, and roll. And real quick, I am going to show base damage for you guys. So base damage of 11,000 and 12,000. X45, we got base damage of 22,000 with sadist, distanced, and greased. Speaking of sadist, I have my hardwired build coming out tomorrow, so check out for that as well. We got a Raldo Holdings backpack with 33,000 health and 259 skill power with spark and hard hitting. This is actually a decent backpack. It's got a good armor roll on it too. Not super good, but alright. And you get spark and hard hitting, and you get that pretty decent health roll if you're looking for it. Got a Gila Guard vest with 26,000 health, 4% crit hit chance, 447 skill power with 30% health on kill, restorative talent. And offensive system dexterity, we got 1.5% weapon damage, 2% damage to health, and 3% weapon handling. And a drone mod for 41.6% armor repair, 2,500 skill power required, and 58.5% skill haste for the turret, 1757 skill power required. Moving on to the clan vendor over here. Last week we had the invisible hand, which I'm actually using right now on my hardwired build. I swapped out measured for sadist, but measured is equally good or really good. Anyway, here's the clan vendor. We got Badger Tough vest with 15,000 health, 21,000 armor, and 8.5% crit hit damage with perfectly unbreakable. So 0Fs, this is a named gear item. So if you do not have it, I recommend highly to get it, and this will probably be the thumbnail of the video, just because it's a named item. And just recently I've gotten a perfectly unbreakable vest, so just to have it at the vendor is great. We got a hardwired holster with 19% skill haste and 7% crit hit damage, 2 utility mod slots. Hardwired vest with self-adjusting, 445 skill power, 6.5% weapon damage, and 5% headshot damage. Utility, defensive, and offensive mod slot. Negotiator's Dilemma gloves with 18% hazard protection and 127 skill power, and a defensive mod slot. We got an SASG-12 shotgun, base damage 91,000 with ignited, Allegro, and protected deploy. We got a police MK-17 with steady-handed, stable, and cannon with a base damage of 39,504. We have an Overlord Armaments backpack with 6.5% health, 6.5% crit hit chance, and 12,769 armor with efficient and insulated offensive mod slot. We got a Vector with 9,466 base damage with measured, stable, and Wascally. Got a custom L86, base damage 15,000 with killer, stable, and greased as the talents. We got a Wyvernware mask with 294 skill power, 17% hazard protection with destructive. We got a Fenris Group AB breastplate, 20,000 health, 7.5% headshot damage, 7% crit hit chance with berserk and hard hitting. Once again, this is a really good vest if you're looking for 1 defensive slot, 2 fire, maybe even 1. You're probably not going to want to get rid of these 2 talents right here unless you want destructive here or something, if you're going with the FAMAS Merciless build or something. But Berserk is a really great talent for DPS shredding, so This is another decent buy. We got a stamina mod, 2,616 health, 5.5% extra incoming healing, and 4% skill health. Another mod, 1.5% weapon damage, 3.5% weapon handling, and 1% damage to health. And utility system assist, 116 skill power, 2.5% extra outgoing healing, and 2.5% burn damage. And finally, we have a drone mod with 94.5% skill haste. It's not very high roll, but if you don't have anything better, you can always grab it, but it does require a lot of skill power for some reason. Anyway, this has been the base of operations and clan vendor weekly reset for February 11th. Next up, we'll be doing the theater settlement. Alright guys, next up we have the theater settlement weekly vendor reset. We got a ACS-12 shotgun with base damage of 45,000, talents, reformation, allegro, and protected reload. We got a SOCOM M1A, talents, killer, jazz hands, and greased, base damage 40,000. Alp Summit Ornament Gloves with 15,890 health and opportunistic talents with the utility mod slot. Gear score 493. You got Overlord Ornaments, 11,359 health, knee pads, and restorative as the talent. Alright, for defensive system mending, we have 5,154 armor, 4% protection from elites, and 1% total armor. Alright, we got 90.2% skill haste on the Seeker Mine, only 1,353 requirement for skill power. Not too bad, I guess. I think mine is 180 or 190 something percent skill haste, so if you're really looking for this badly, it's here. Ballistic shield mod, we got 54.5% holstered regeneration. And finally, the Firefly, 25% health. Alright guys, that's it for the theater settlement. Alright guys, here we are at the campus settlement vendor. Final one before the DZ vendors. We got the custom N44, gear score 491, base damage 87,000, talents Vindictive, Allegro, and Wascally. We got a military MK46, talents Spike, Accurate, and In Rhythm, which is great for the hardwired build or any skill power build with 14,000 base damage. We got Mask for Araldo Holdings with 48% damage to elites. Anyone that hasn't found that, God roll 55, 57% damage to elites, this is a wonderful head start. If you guys have anything lower than 48%, buy it. That way you can put it on your mask or for your second, third, or fourth character. And it also comes with the talent of Trauma. Badger Tough holster, we got 10,000 health, 6% crit hit chance, 5% crit hit damage with the utility mod slot. Utility protocol intensity with 98 skill power, 3% increased shock duration, 2% increased burn duration. And chem launcher, we got 33% ensnare health. And for the hive, we got 306 hive skill power, gear score 500. And finally, Pulse mod, 34.5% confused duration. Alright guys, that's it for the campus settlement vendor. Alright guys, here we are at the DZ West vendor. We got the Spaz 12 shotgun with base damage 137,000, gear score 498, talent Steady Handed, Allegro, and Stop, Drop, and Roll. We got an LVOAC rifle with 25,000% base damage with Sadist, Extra, and Cannon. We got Murakami Industries gloves with 15% hazard protection and 2% pistol damage with surgical talent. Knee pads, Richter and Kaiser, 5.5% crit hit chance with talents Braced and a utility mod slot. Defensive protocol, we got 5,621 health, 20% burn resistance, and 6% shock resistance. Seeker Mine mod, we got 90.6% burn strength. That's not too bad. And then ballistic shield, 78% holstered regeneration. And finally, Firefly, we got 15.4% blind duration. That's pretty low. I wouldn't grab that. Anyway, that's it for the DZ West. Let's go to DZ South. Alright guys, here we are at the DZ South vendor. Here we go. P90, gear score 495, base damage 10,000. Talents, fast hands, extra, and in rhythm. MK16, talent steady handed, accurate, and cannon. With 14,000 base damage. We got a PX4 Storm Type T with 22,000 base damage, gear score 496, talents eyeless, optimized, and protected deploy. We have a KM9 China Light Industries backpack, 5% crit hit chance, 11,000 health, and 3.5% weapon damage with efficient and hard hitting as the talents, and a utility mod slot. We got Y'all Gear vest, 7% total armor, 8.5% crit hit chance, 9.5% crit hit damage, talents hard hitting, with 42.7 base armor, gear score 494. Alright, offensive protocol, got 0.5% weapon damage, 4% optimal range, and 3.5% headshot damage. Drone mod, we got 229 drone skill power, and for the turret, we got 8+8 extra sniper ammo. That one is definitely a must buy if you're using that. Alright, that's it for DZ South. Let's go to DZ East and finish it up.
It's good to see you.
Alright guys, finally we're at the DZ East vendor. Final one. We got the SRS-A1 gear score 492 sniper marksman rifle with 82,000 base damage. Talents vindictive, distance, and stop, drop, and roll. We got a classic M60 with talents steady-handed, jazz hands, and protected deploy. Base damage 14,000. We got a Douglas and Harding mask with 3.5% crit hit chance, 14% skill haste with surge as the talent. 23.3k base armor, gear score 500. We got a 511 tactical holster with 9.5% crit hit damage, 5,459 health on kill. And a defensive mod slot with 30.8k base armor, 493 gear score. Alright, for the electronics mod, we have 50 plus 57 skill power, 143 turret skill power, 156 shield skill power. For the chem launcher mod, we have a 45.7% ensnare health. And for the swarm control, we have 54.9% charges for the hive. And then for pulse, finally, we have 147.1% skill haste. If any of you are using the pulse and have anything higher than this, that's great, but this is a pretty good roll. This is a lot of skill haste. So this isn't a bad buy at all if you're looking for that and you run pulse. Anyway, thanks for watching my weekly vendor reset. I do these every week, and I'll be covering all the news with all the episode 3 content and everything coming up here in February and March and everything as well. Alright agents, thanks for watching, and I hope you find what you need this week. I'll also be doing the Cassie Mendoza vendor reset like I do every week as well, and that should be up tomorrow morning. Pacific Standard Time around 10 o'clock in the morning. Alright guys, agents, thanks for watching again. This has been another Shadow Gaming production. Take care.